Alright, here is the FR7. It has the 18 milliamp battery on it, Hobby Star. We're going to see how that performs under the same conditions. That's a 1400 milliamp battery, same breeze. This is not a different day, it's exactly right after it. So let's see how it works. Alright, like I said, this is the 1800 milliamp battery, Hobby Star. We're going to kind of keep the same kind of cruising attitudes. .32 miles an hour and 8 to 12 amps. Probably would be lower if there was not a breeze. But this is the conditions that we've got. Really love how things are just really greening up. It's amazing how beautiful Virginia is. Nobody in the parking lot. Nobody around. Always gotta keep an eye out in case there's anyone else who comes, ventures into your area. But here we are, like 5 amps, going at 20 miles an hour. I'm telling you this because you won't see it recorded. This is only what you see in the OSD, what I'm seeing in the goggles. So just kind of putter around here. Like I say, I do these tests to kind of see where this particular build's at. See if it's going to be longer. Yeah, we're still at 22 volts and we are heading over 2 minutes. Bit of buffeting with the wind. Seems like the moment you get your drones out, it starts to suddenly pick up in the breeze. Now, it's not to say that drones can't be flown in the breeze or even winds if people are more trained for it than I am. But for an endurance test, it just makes the motors work a bit harder. No matter. It'll be all under the same conditions. That's a 1400 milliamp battery we've got, which is like 6 minutes. So I should expect to have a little bit longer. We shall see. As you can see, there's a lot of trees here in Virginia. They do a good job of soaking up the signal between you and the aircraft if you're not high enough. I mean, I can go over here, this housing area, because I'm high enough. But I generally kind of like to stay over here since I'm testing. And I can certainly go further on past these trees. Well, under the 400 foot ceiling, kind of like 240 feet of altitude. Just kind of enjoy the scenery. Beautiful day. Oh, we're a little past 4 minutes now. Still cruising around at 10 amps, 35 miles an hour. I would say it's just kind of like general cruising speed. Oh, that's like 45 miles an hour now. So 3.7 volts per cell. You generally don't want to drop below 3.5. So 3.6 now, and we are at 5 minutes. The 18 milliamp batteries are a little bit more, have a little bit more weight to it, but the Hobby Star has less weight. I'll put the weight down in the description. Less weight than most 18 milliamp batteries. I've got some new ones I might try out as well. Yeah, we're going on 6 minutes now. .30 miles an hour, fluctuating between 5 and 10 amps, bursts of 12 amps. Just depends on how the wind is hitting it. It's all data displayed in the digital OSD. Oh, we're going on to 7 minutes now. Still 3.6 volts per cell. 40 miles an hour now. So now we'll just kind of drop in here. The control on this thing is amazing. It's something you really have got to feel. I mean, this is like the smoothness that you would expect to see out of a GoPro. This is crazy. I've never had, in all my years of testing and flying the FR7 frames, which are generally heavier than these. I know there's like the Project 399 frames that are heavier. I generally like to err on the wider side of 7 inches. So even if I've never put together the 399 Project 7-inch frames. But they are a beast for sure. Anyway, we are approaching 7 minutes and 50 seconds here. And we are at 3.5 volts now. Going like 30 miles, now 40 miles an hour right here. And we are approaching 8 minutes. And it is about time to land this beautiful beast. .5 volts per cell, and we are over 8 minutes. Actually, that's not bad. And land. So there, right, for the FR7 frame setup with the FPVCYCLE motors. I have tested it, and the time in which it ran will be down at the bottom here. So we got a little over, I would say 8 minutes to be perfectly honest, and this is the 1800 milliamp Hobby Star battery, which weighs 275 grams. Again, these details will be in the description, complete with the overall all-up weight of this. Like I say, it doesn't have the GoPro, but again, we're just doing a test. So I've got 8 minutes easily. I mean, maybe 7 minutes easily, 6 or 7 minutes easily on this, just cruising around. And you know, pushing it, you'll get 8 minutes. So I'm very pleased with this. I've never gotten 8 minutes out of it so far. Now I understand that a lot of people have gotten 8 or 10 minutes or longer, but they're usually running like a lot larger batteries, 2200 milliamp batteries and so forth. Not to say that I won't run those batteries for further endurance testing and some range testing as well. But again, I'm doing with batteries that I have right now. It's the 1800 milliamp batteries. Like I say, I generally like to stay on a lighter weight, and you can always go bigger batteries, but there comes a point where you have diminishing returns because the weight starts to mount up. Again, you have to match your size of your battery to the weight of your build, complete with or without the GoPro, and the motors you happen to be running on your particular build. So anyway, I'm quite pleased with this. Sorry about the wind noise, and have a good weekend.